Hey everyone, and welcome to Empowered by Self-Love, the podcast. My name is Jessica Fuentes, and I am a certified professional coach. I will be here every Saturday talking about transformation. How to transform those difficulties you encounter throughout your life into lessons. How can you transform that victim mindset into one of opportunity and growth? If you want to transform your life, the key is to learn and realize that you have everything you need within yourself. If you are looking for a safe place to find inspiration, motivation, and the tools to become empowered, then this is the podcast to listen to. This podcast is brought to you by my website, Empowered-SelfLove.com. Thank you for joining me every Saturday, and I want to thank you all for listening every week. Thank you for your support and for making Empowered by Self-Love, the podcast, part of your Saturday routine. I am extremely thankful and grateful for your warm welcome. My hope is to bring you the tools that enriches your life and that helps you become more empowered. So thank you for sharing with your friends and family, and let's continue to spread the knowledge and the inspiration. In this episode, I will be talking about visualize your goals, creating pathways to success. Hi there, happy Saturday! I wish for all of you to feel well, full of energy, and ready for today's episode. Welcome to another episode of Empowered by Self-Love, the podcast. I am your host, Jessica Fuentes, and today I like to focus the attention to the topic of visualization and how powerful and impactful it can be for you and in your journey. When you give yourself the opportunity to visualize yourself in a place or experiencing a specific situation or achieving certain goals, you begin to make things tangible because you are creating a scenario in your mind and how you would like things to be and how you see yourself in that place, in that scenario. And at the same time, you get to create a picture that also includes emotions. So for example, let's say that you've always wanted to travel to Europe, and that dream seems so far away. But when you start to practice visualization exercises, this will help yourself achieve this goal. Picture yourself creating the roadmap towards that goal, determining how much money you will need for this trip. Which cities would you like to visit? Which landmarks? Which restaurants? The pictures you would like to take? Who would you like to travel with? And so on and so on. This trip that you are thinking about is something that you've been wanting for years, but you have never really visualized yourself achieving this goal. So that is exactly what visualization is all about. Picturing yourself planning, saving the money, making the research of the places that you like to visit, and then you can determine how much money you need for this trip and then make a plan. And as you research, you can start to visualize yourself there. Transport yourself to those places that are meaningful and magical for you. Feel those emotions of curiosity, of happiness and excitement. You can see yourself there on the other side. And you can do this with any of your goals, anything that you set your mind to. Whether it is a trip to Europe or to the Grand Canyon or to the Machu Picchu. Perhaps what you visualize yourself doing is to help other people. Then picture yourself helping others achieve their goals. Or maybe you can visualize yourself having dinner with a future partner that you still have not met. But when you start visualizing things and a future that you truly want, you also start to experience those emotions that accompany the scenarios that you're visualizing. So begin to see the scenarios as possibilities rather than see them far away as those dreams that will never come true or that maybe one day you will accomplish. Visualization helps you open the window of possibilities and of opportunities. Maybe things don't turn out to be exactly as you imagined them. Maybe they'll turn out to be even better. Or if the contrary happens, it still gives you information and it gives you the experience that will help you improve your plans for the future. Remember that life is not about the destination, but about the journey that takes you towards that destination. And visualization is a powerful tool for you to use when you want things to happen for you. On the special episode I made about the new year 2025, I talked about making resolutions and using them as a roadmap. You can call them differently if that works best for you. The point is that the goals that you set for yourself help you in determining what you want for your life. And once you have clear goals, you can then access this tool of visualization. Many people do vision boards, others write resolutions like myself, and others do both. Whatever it is that you choose to do, I'd like for you to use your imagination and transport yourself to those moments that you want to live, that you want to experience, those goals. You have to see yourself achieving them. Trust me, it works. Even for goals that seem so far away, visualization works. Anything your mind is able to visualize is because you have the capacity to accomplish it. You don't need to know how you will accomplish these goals off the bat. You just need to know where you want to head yourself towards. For me, I set myself the goal of releasing my podcast. And this goal, I had it in mind for 2 years before I got to release this podcast. First, I didn't even know what a podcast was. Then I started to listen to podcasts, and when I realized how much I could do and how much I could share if I had my own podcast, I started researching and I even took a course. After taking the course, I still was not sure what my podcast was going to be about. But that's when I started visualizing myself having a podcast. I visualized myself writing about different topics that were meaningful to me. And I started visualizing myself recording and going through all the process until the day came. The day I felt prepared enough to take action, to make this commitment with myself and with you, my audience. Have things been perfect along the way? Nothing is perfect. But I have accomplished my goal because I was able to see myself doing it and committing to it prior to actually taking action and releasing the podcast. And this is something you can do as well. Visualize yourself, graduating. Picture yourself that day of your graduation. You dressed on your graduation gown, your loved ones there cheering for you, and you being called to the podium. Visualize yourself driving that new car that you have been wanting for so long. You know you will drive that car. So visualize yourself finding that new car Picture yourself sitting in the driver's seat and smelling the scent of that new car. Visualize yourself finding your new home. How do you want that house to look like? What features you like that house to have? Maybe you want 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, a pool. Whatever it is that you want in that dream home, you need to be able to visualize it and allow the dream to become a tangible possibility. Maybe what you want is to start a family. Then in that case, you need to picture yourself holding that baby in your arms or finally finding a child that you want to adopt. But you have to visualize it first. It is your dream. It is your goal. They are your desires. But if you don't know what your goals are, how can you make them a reality? If you cannot visualize yourself enjoying and living those emotions that come along with you actually achieving these goals, how can you make them a reality? How can you want them or desire them? This is even scientifically proven that visualization is good for you because visualization has effects on the brain and it has shown several neurological benefits. So I'd like to share 3 of the benefits that have been proven neurologically when it comes to visualization. The first one is the activation of brain regions. Studies using brain imaging technology such as fMRI have shown that visualization activates the same brain regions as physically performing the action. This phenomenon is often referred to as functional equivalence. A classic example is when the athletes use visualization to enhance their performance. The same motor cortex areas are activated when they physically perform a movement or just vividly imagine themselves doing it. Number 2, it's strengthening neural pathways. Repeated visualization can strengthen neural pathways, making the envisioned skills and actions more accessible and easier to perform. And this process is akin to physical practice in its ability to develop skills. So research has shown that mental practice through visualization can increase muscle strength even without physical exercise because the brain signals the muscles during the mental visualization as if you were actually doing the movement. Number 3 is that it enhances your performance and your learning. When it comes to cognitive science, visualization has been shown to improve skills and performance by increasing mental practice efficiency. It enhances learning by allowing the brain to rehearse and embed new information. Students who visualize the process of studying or testing tend to perform better because they are mentally prepared and more confident about the outcome. So even studies have collectively demonstrated that visualization is not merely a psychological tool, but it is also a tangible one because it has tangible neurological benefits. It can enhance performance, learning, and skill acquisition by leveraging the brain's ability to stimulate and practice events mentally. This powerful tool of visualization is effective in setting and in achieving personal and professional goals. So as I approach to the conclusion of this episode, I'd like to make it simple for you. And I am going to give you the 5 takeaways. The first one is that visualization brings goals to life. Visualization allows you to mentally create scenarios where your goals become tangible, filling them with emotions and details that bring your plans to life and make them feel achievable. Number two, visualization is a catalyst for action. When you practice visualization by imagining the steps you need to achieve your goals, such as planning a trip or saving money, this process can transform dreams that seem to be distant into actionable plans. Number three, there is an emotional engagement and, therefore, new possibilities. By visualizing your desired outcome, you experience the emotions associated with success, such as curiosity and excitement, which can turn potential outcomes into real possibilities. Number four, overcoming uncertainty. You don't need to know how to achieve your goals right away. Visualization sets a direction, providing clarity and motivation to pursue your aspirations even when the path isn't clear. Number five is the scientific backing. Scientific studies support visualization's effectiveness by showing its ability to activate brain regions and strengthen neural pathways, enhancing performance and learning abilities. So visualization is not just an exercise of the imagination. It is a powerful tool that opens doors to opportunities because it helps you transform your aspirations into achievable realities. And as you visualize, you embed your goals into the fabric of your mind and you pave the pathway towards action and towards growth. Life's journey isn't about the destination alone, but about each moment you envision and you create along the way. Embrace visualization to harness its potential and watch how what seems as impossible becomes possible, allowing you not to only dream of a better future, but to actively shape it into intention and drive. Trust the process because what you can see with your mind, you are capable of achieving in real life. If you feel that this is a message you connected with, I am very glad and happy that this will be the beginning of an extraordinary journey of transformation and empowerment for you. So remember that we have a date every Saturday. You can't miss the next episode in which I will be talking about crafting a purpose-driven roadmap to success. Thank you for listening to today's episode, and I hope that you enjoyed it and that it brought some perspective as well as hope. If there is any particular topic you would like me to discuss, or if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me via email at jessica.fuentes@empowered-selflove.com. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You can find me there as Empowered-selflove. I also encourage you to visit my webpage, Empowered-selflove.com, and explore more about what coaching is all about. In the Services tab, you can sign in for the free discovery session. During the discovery session, I will explain everything you need to know about coaching, the type of coaching I specialize in, and the packages I have available for you. You can find all the links on the episode's notes. Remember, if you like this content or thought of somebody that could benefit from it, please share it with your friends and family. Remember that we have a date every Saturday, and I can't wait for us to meet again. See you next week!